F-I-E-L-D, Dangerfield.
So, me and the missus, I'm going to take her out for lunch earlier, right? It's got to be about 7 o'clock. So she comes over here, forces me to pleasure her. It's a dirty job, I know. You know, she's been to the gym and that today. Anyway, got that out of the way. And had a shower. Lovely having a shower with your missus, though, innit? Lovely. Oh, so you get that. Oh, can you just scrub my back, love? Oh, lovely. And got dressed and that. Got the old scooter. Pulled the big. Got like a big wooden. There's 3 kittens. I shit you not. They're about that big. But 2 of them, their eyes ain't even open. That is how old they are. What's that? 3, 4, 5 days? I don't know. Maybe someone in here who knows about cats. 3 of them. Right. These 3 kittens, they can barely move. And there was a girl who, Australian bird, no, actually she's English, who runs like an hairdresser's around the corner. She said, I saw the bloke just dump them there. Because I was like, where's the mother? She said, no, he just come along and just threw them. He had them in his hand, 3 of them, she said, just threw them on the floor. So it's not like the mother's fucked off somewhere. And this sort of thing does sort of happen in places like this. Someone's obviously got a cat, or we don't know. There is a chance, because the bloke that done it, she pointed him out. He's usually all right. Like he got my trousers repaired for me for nothing. I told him I needed a button sewn on. He just took my trousers off me, steady, drove off and come back, and it was done. Amazing. Anyway. So maybe he just found them by the side of the road and thought, well, I've got more chance of surviving in here. So my missus is just crying and all over them. And I said, darling, there's nothing we can do. Straight on the internet, what do you feed newborn kittens? You'd think it would be easy. No, my missus is going, give them some milk, give them some yogurt. I said, you can't. And on the internet, it was like, no, there's special food that you can either buy or you need a cat, right? There is emergency mixtures you can make, though. Hello, Josh. There is emergency mixtures you can make, but it's like fucking stuff that I cannot get out here. You need cooking thermometers for certain temperatures. And I just said, it ain't going to happen. I said, darling, if we keep them in our house, they're just going to die. You know, they'll die. And then the girl who was out there, she said they need feeding like every 3 hours. A newborn kitten. And they don't know how to piss and shit. The mother, excuse me, this is the first time I've said this on there, the mother will lick the pussy and the penis to sort of, you know, instigate pissing and shitting. So these are without mother. They're in real trouble. And I just thought there's nothing we can do. You know what we can do? Get them in the house, put them in a box and just listen to them die. So I said to my missus, I said, look, leave them there. I've got a cornflakes box, ripped the top off, put like a tea towel in it, went downstairs and we put them in that. So at least they weren't exposed to rats, God knows what else, you know, monkeys, who knows? I don't know. And I thought maybe the mother might smell them if she's about. Went out and had lunch, went out and see a friend of hers. About 3 hours later, we come back. No, I come back on my own. She went home. And they're in the box, but they're not moving. And before, they were sort of, you know. But now they're just not moving. They're all just sort of. But I could see their little hearts going. And I thought, those poor fuckers, they're going to get eaten alive. The rats will come out and they'll just start eating them. If not rats, cockroaches. And I've seen cockroaches eating a half-dead animal before. I've seen ants eating a half-dead gecko. You know, it's just being eaten alive. It was just sort of jerking while they were eating into its stomach. Oh, Lord. And I come up here and I was just thinking, that's so sad. I love water. Look, for this stream, I've got these ready. I don't always drink them, but if it's a clip stream, when I play clips, I'm like, dug, 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 I'm gonna have some now. What, to prove it? See, look, I do drink water, but I really do need some. Also, there's a restaurant there, and I, didn't want them to turn up in someone's casserole. Anyway, I was thinking about how much I need water when I need water, and I just thought, imagine that. Imagine dying of thirst. Those poor fucking things. Imagine dying of complications with their bladder because they don't know to piss. And as they're dying, they're going to get eaten by... I just thought, I can't do this. There's no RSPCA out here or anything. So I thought, there must be someone who can help. I thought, fuck it. So I got on the internet, Animal Rescue Cambodia. And one came up. And I was like, you're joking. I looked at it and it didn't say, if you've got an emergency, this was... But it did say it took in strays, but there's so many cats in... Honestly, when I wake up at some mornings, I can see from just sitting 6 or 7 cats. That's just from me sitting at my desk. I rung them, no answer. And then I found another one that looked like it might have helped. A vet's it was really, but I was prepared to throw a few quid. But that was an answer phone, and they'll be dead by morning. So I thought, that's no good. And then weirdly, I found this odd one that sort of looked like it might be it. He answered, and I explained the situation to him, and he said, no, he said, I haven't got those kind of facilities at all. He said, that's not what we do. It's more of a farming, like, cattle. we look after cattle. He said, have you tried, and I'm not going to say who, well, I can actually. Well, no, I can't, but the name's very strange. It's got pussy in it, which is weird. But I said no, and he said, well, she's got like a cafe that they take in strays, and they neuter them, because one of the problems out here is all the people who have baby cats and just throw them away. Some of them they throw them away when they're a bit older. They're not neutered. They breed, and then there's more, and the problem gets worse. And then they put pictures of them all around the cafe to give to homes. Do you want this cat? Blah, blah, blah. Now remember, people, this is like 11 o'clock on a Friday night, and I rung her, nothing. And I rung her again, and she answered. And I explained the situation to her, and she said, hang on, I'm gonna need a bit of time to think. And I said, okay. So she got off the phone, and I was just thinking, what's she got to think about? Now, obviously there's some kind of logistics or whatever. So I rang her back. I said, listen, I will bring them to wherever you are. As long as it's Phnom Penh, like not like Siem Reap or Battambang, Bang, like 5-6 hours, I'll bring them to you. I said, I'll donate $100 to your calls if that helps swing things. And she said, well, that does, but that's not the only problem. Let me call you back. And I'm thinking they could be dead by the time she calls back. Anyway, she called back. And she said, okay. She said, you've got to go to 2 places. She says, because I haven't got any kitten formula. She said, I'm going to make some, but 2 of the ingredients, goat's milk and this other weird stuff. She said, you're going to have to go to a friend's house. She said, are you on Telegram? I said, yeah. So she said, I'll put your phone number in Telegram, and I'll put Google Maps where you've got to go. Fucking hell, man. I looked at them and I was like, Lord, first one's about an hour on my scooter with 3 nearly dead kittens that might not survive the journey. Picked up my missus on the way because she wanted to come. She wanted to come because I told her it was a woman. She did obviously care about the cats, but I reckon she was like, no, I'll come. Which was handy, because otherwise I had to have them in between my feet in this cornflakes box. And so we went and got the formula, went and got the other ingredient. I can't remember what it was. And then we were just in the middle of nowhere, the deepest, darkest. Like that's when you remember it's a third world country. You know, it was like it it was just fucked. It was just a fucking mess. You know, the road was just nothing, and you know, no tarmac or anything, just a little bits of concrete here and there. But that died years ago. Like shanties here and there, and no street lighting whatsoever. So it's pitch black. And I've got my Google Maps out, and you know all this. Finally, find this woman, and she looks at them and she says, "Well, the truth is, they might not survive." She said, to we need them to take to a mother cat. Um, if they don't take to a mother, they'll likely not survive. I give her $100. I thought, you know, come on, I can't afford that, but I couldn't sit here letting them die. If I could do something about it, I just couldn't. And she said, if they take to an adult cat, that cat will teach them how to piss and shit, and it will also have a certain amount of milk, which we can combine with something I'll make, and then we'll bring them up, and I'll keep you posted, and once they're grown, we'll give them away to people who want them in the cafe. And then about an hour later, she sent me a couple of videos. Actually, I'll show you the photo first. So here's me and my missus and the cat lady. All right, this is us there, and that is the cornflakes box with the 3 baby kittens in it. That's me looking like a stranger in a strange land, right? So you've had a look at that one, and then check out this. Hang on, all right. And she told me that at that stage they were barely moving, right? So you see the mother just getting used to them, yeah? And let me just get this one ready. Hang on. Have a look at this video. This is about an hour and a half after she got the cats. Hang on. Doesn't that just break your heart? Doesn't that just break your heart? I mean, it's ridiculous. There's one more. It's a bit of a small one. After she cleaned them, and she said they need cleaning because being outside, they'd have got infected. The mother would have been cleaning them all day long to keep, you know, just stuff off of their newborn fur and skin. But that cat is one of her adult cats, female, obviously. And check this last picture out. It'll break your heart. No, video. It's a bit small, but have a look at this. Look at them. Look, they're actually, the 2 black ones are suckling here. I can see my cursor. And the one that's got the same pattern as her, she's just cleaning its head. Watch, I'll play it. I don't give a shit, man. They went from 3 dumped, barely alive cats to snuggling up with a mother cat who clearly adores them, cleaning them, teaching them how to go about their business. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. What a thing to happen. You know, I was sitting there and I couldn't write, I couldn't do anything. I just thought they're dying. I know they're only cats and that, but like I say, just that little knowing what it's like to be thirsty and just thinking, you know, I must be able to do something. And when it all, I was, even after I'd handed over the cat, so I didn't know what she was going to do. I don't know anything about this woman. Maybe she just took them upstairs and went, well, that's an easy $100, isn't it? And then I got those videos about 30 minutes ago, and I was just like, wow, it's beautiful, isn't it? Good Lord. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. And I'm assuming they're going to be all right now, but maybe damage has been done. But just to see them there, nuzzling up to the mother, and the mother got spayed a few months back, so that mother won't have any kittens of her own. So she's over the moon. The kittens are over the moon. I'm over the moon. I got a bit excited there, didn't I?
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor.